Welcome to yet another edition of the Ugly Money Podcast, brought to you by Engorge Rejuvenation Tea. If you wanted to call back after the first night, you're going to need that Engorge, Jack. We put that honey pack back and we went to Engorge all natural male enhancement tea. You know what I'm saying? Get the stroking. Go to engorge.com to get yours today, or follow them on Instagram at engorgexl. All right, before we start this show, I got to give a big shout out to the 706. We are praying for Augusta. AUG, be safe out there. Be blessed out there. Keep your head on a swivel, man. You know, the hurricane came through and did a lot of damage. So prayers out to everybody that was affected by that. But before we get this show started, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to hit that like button and drop them cities. Hit the like button. Drop them cities. Let me know who's in here. I'm reading off the first 10. Let me know who's in here. Henderson, North Carolina, what's happening? St. Louis, what's happening? ATL, what's happening? Hit that like button, gentlemen. Oh, there's some ladies in here, too. Hit that like button, ladies. Boston, Massachusetts is in the building. Hit it. 941 Florida is in the building. Say we in ATL with the East St. Louis in the building. Shouts out to the Beano. I know about that East St. Louis. Trenton, New Jersey in the building. We got a show for y'all today. Dallas, Texas is in the building. Tijuana in the building. That boy, he going to buy some cat. Harlem in the building. Bibb County in the building. I don't know what Bibb County at, but it's a county's named Bibb. Sarasota, Florida, what's happening? We are live on the Ugly Money Podcast. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have somebody to introduce y'all to. And we're going to talk about some things. This young man is an actor, artist, musician, dot connector, mover and shaker. From Decatur, where it's greater, show your love one time for Michael I-zayah.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, my brother?
What's going on, man?
So the first question of the evening is, who was Michael I-zayah before Michael I-zayah became the Michael I-zayah that we know today?
Well, I mean, shit, you know, I'm just a regular guy coming out of Atlanta, you know what I mean, just trying to follow and pursue his dreams, you know what I mean? I do music, of course. I'm a musician. I'm an actor. I'm a voiceover actor. Just graduated from voiceover acting school last year. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to create different lanes for me besides doing music because, like I said, I feel like it's important to make different types of money in different ways, you know?
Sometimes we have to, refine the way we hustle. You know what I mean? The game is always changing.
Facts.
And I think the person that learns to adapt to where the game is the person that survives. You know, it's so often that everybody gets stuck into, man, in my day, this is how we used to do things. Well, it ain't your day no more.
It's your day no more.
It ain't your day no more. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. And so, I think that people have to learn. People have to learn to embrace change.
Facts.
What ways have you changed for the new time of the way the industry is now?
Man, that's a good question, man. To be honest, I'm just the type of guy I can't speak for everybody else, but as far as me, I'm just not the type of guy that's going to sit up there and settle for anything just because it's somebody that got a big name. Right. You know, just because a person got a big name, that doesn't always mean that motherfucker gonna put you on or whatever. Because sometimes you don't know like where they mind at or where their head is at, and you don't know if that person is gonna genuinely have your best interests at heart.
So you're basically saying that these big name people ain't shit.
Some of them. Some of them.
Let's before we get to the ones that ain't. Let's talk about what are some of your positive, y'all hit them likes up, gentlemen. What have some of your positive influences and positive interactions with celebrities?
Okay. I fucks with Jock, man. I fucks with Young Jock.
Jock.
Yeah. I met him through this. I met him through this guy named JD that works as a music executive at Streets 94.5. I met Jock through him and everything. You know, like he's a real cool guy now. And I met him at a club, at the strip club on Halloween one time. And then, you know, I saw him again, like when he was at his establishment, had his restaurant in Old National that he had at the time.
Yeah.
You know, we were supposed to chop it up with each other and everything because he was asking what I was doing. And we was talking for a little bit, but I was in a rush to do my photo shoot. So I kind of felt bad. I'm like, dang, like, you know, I was supposed to, and I was trying to give my number, but I was late to do my photo shoot. So, I mean, I know I'm seeing him around Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's not, you know, it's not as big, but it's not too big. It's easy to, you know, see, you know, the people in the industry. But I fucks with Jock. Shout out to Young Jock.
Shout out Jock.
Shout out to my homie Tone to Go. You know,
Tone to Go. Shout out
we was in that movie together, Breath of Fresh Air.
Hell yeah. You know, the dope thing about Young Jock, man, is it's crazy you say that because Jock gave me my first big interview on this platform.
Really?
Yeah, Jock. Shouts out to Jock. I was hosting a fight night at his club. He had a club. He had the old KOD. It was called Venue back then. And I was hosting this fight night. And, man, you know, the thing with 42 Doug was going on, and 42 Doug had dropped the song.
Yeah.
And one night I just texted him. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. I said, hey, bro, you want to come on the podcast? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yup. Just like that. Yup.
Yeah.
I said, is Monday cool? He said, yup. 8 o'clock? Yup. 3 yups.
Okay.
Jock showed up to the Ugly Money podcast. I used to shoot in the city. He showed up to the Ugly Money podcast with a goddamn AR-15 by himself.
Okay.
He walked in with an AR-15 by himself. If you ever seen that video, he had an AR-15 up under the table. Walked in cool as hell, hugged everybody with one hand, had the AR-15 in the other hand, and came in and did an interview. And I asked him the iconic question, you know, when 42 Doug said, before I go broke like Jock, fuck with that dog like Vic, what you think? And it went viral as hell.
Yeah.
So Jock's definitely a part of my story for sure. Shouts out to Jock.
Shout out to Jock, man. He's a cool humble guy, man. I need to chop it up with Jock. Jock, where you at, man? We need to chop it up again.
For sure. Jock, get to the bag, man. Now, you've had some situations with certain people in the industry that were not so favorable.
Right.
Stop the cap.
And
Let's
so
talk about it.
we that's what we do here.
No bullshit.
So, let's talk about Erica Mena from Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, what about
It seems like you've had an unfavorable experience with her. Why?
I mean, well, here was the thing, man. Like, I was at the Wellstar Hospital, and I was in the middle of doing my music video back in 2018, and my homie Carlos Bizarro, a non-dimensional, aka Mr. Non-Dimensional, he was my manager at the time.
Shouts out.
Yeah, he was filming my music video, right? So I decided to go to the hospital to take a little break and just eat a Blimpie's Subway, and you know, I saw Erica Mena. She was wearing like her gym clothes. She looked like she was left the gym or is going to the gym.
Okay.
And she was with this other reality star. What's her name? Tokyo Vanity. Shout out to Tokyo Vanity. She's cool as hell. I like her. You know, she's a sweet lady.
Right.
But you know, all I just simply said to Erica Mena was, it's like, hey, how are you doing today? You know, I wasn't trying to carry no conversation with her. You know what I mean? You know, all she did was just give me a mean, dirty look, and I'm just like, all right, well, fuck you too then, bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, sure, I ain't trying to carry no conversation with you. I was just trying to be nice, trying to be polite. I wasn't trying to get a number or nothing. I was just trying to simply be nice, just trying to be a gentleman. And she didn't say nothing to me the whole time, and she just gave me a dirty, bitchy look. So I'm like, I will fuck you too, man. So then my manager at the time, Carlos, was trying to do business with her and everything. And so she just was very rude and very dismissive. So I'm just like, okay, wow. Like, now I see what everybody on is saying about you. Like, the same way how you are on the show Love and Hip Hop is how you are in real life. You know what I mean? And so, you know, that's the reason why I was just like, nah, fuck that bitch. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know Shorty. I don't know her personally. She don't owe me nothing. You know what I mean? I just feel like it wouldn't hurt to be like, hey, how are you? Like, I'm good. You know, I say, hey, how are you to Tokyo Vanity? And she say, hey, I'm good. How are you? She's nice. She's sweet. You know what I mean? I'll fucks with her. Then, you know, I'll fuck with Erica Mena. But like I said again, you know, that's why, like, Erica Mena's going through what she's going through now because of how she treats people and what she was going through as far as when she got kicked off of Love and Hip Hop for being racist and shit. That was her karma. She was racist before for years, but when the shit was on TV and everything, that's when she didn't think that, like, oh, she's getting kicked off.
This man is triggered, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I always learn that you treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO because one day the janitor can be the CEO.
Facts.
And there's no such thing as a small person. There's no such thing as a little dog. It's always big. We all big dogs. Just some of us ain't got our, you know, we ain't got our collars yet.
Yeah, like some people think just because they're on a reality show, they let that shit get to their head. They get all big-headed, or just because they get all big-headed just because of who they had a baby with in the industry, you know? Yeah,
you know, and it was funny about that situation was her situation with Safari when she found out that he wasn't going to pay. Wasn't it her that he didn't have to pay her an enormous amount of money for child support? Was that Erica Mena?
Yeah.
And so she was so happy.
Over 4,000 for child support, and I guess she thought she was going to get more and everything because she was like, "Oh, if you cheat on me, like there's no saving anything. I get it all," and that's what she fucked up at.
Do you think that women use children as financial ammo towards men?
Some of them, yeah, absolutely. Especially like if they're having a child with a person for the wrong reasons and they have a motive or an agenda, either that or they feel like, oh, they've been cheated on or whatever. So now I'm like, I'm gonna do any and everything they can to hurt you or get back at you and all. Right. It's either like I'm gonna hit you through your pockets, or I'm gonna make sure that like, oh, I'm gonna make it hard for you to see your child. And I don't like those type of women.
Yeah, I hear horror stories all the time from my brothers about women using children as weapons, as pawns in their own, you know, diabolical, selfish scheme, you know, and the fact that you have a child that's involved, that all it really does hurt is the child. And you know, in the end results or whatever. I had recently saw a post on Instagram earlier today. My shouts out Slim, my hairdresser sent it to me. And in the post, the guy was asking a girl, does she feel that it's a woman's right if she wants to have an abortion or not? And the woman in turn says, of course, it's my choice, it's my body, my choice. Right? And so they then go and say, well, if the man doesn't want to have a kid, should he still be responsible to pay child support? And she says, yes.
Yeah.
And then he goes a little further and says that, well, if it's your body, your choice, and you made that decision on your own, and he didn't want to be a part of, he said that he didn't want to be a father.
He didn't want the child.
He didn't want the child. Why are you calling, you know, why would he be considered a deadbeat? And of course, you know, she just started speaking insults. Like, what do you think about that? If a man tells a woman that I don't want this child, and a woman has it anyway, and then the girl had made the point where, well, if you didn't want to have a child, you could have made him wear a condom. It's your body, your choice. So if a man sleeps with a woman, she gets pregnant, and asks him what he wants to do, he tells her he doesn't want to have the child. Should that man technically be financially responsible for that child?
Well, at the end of the day, bro, it takes two to make a child. It takes two to make a baby. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's just like the dude could have had the choice to just not lay down and have sex with her, or he could have had the choice to, like, wear a condom. Right. But he chose not to, you know, he chose to went on ahead and like have unprotected sex. And it's two things that's going to happen out of that. It's either you're going to catch a disease or the chick is going to end up pregnant. So you got to learn, you got to understand and everything, like what is it that you're going to do, because there's only two things that's going to come out of it. if she don't get pregnant, it's like, hey, then you got lucky. If you didn't catch nothing, you got lucky.
Hey.
You know what I mean? But like I said, though, man, it's just like, again, if a man says that he don't want the child and everything, then you got to make a conscious decision. It's like it's either you're gonna have that abortion or you had the child, and then the child's gonna end up being the father of this child. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's facts.
I believe that behind 50% of every man that women call deadbeat dads, it was a young kid that told a girl that he was not ready to be a father.
Right.
And given, like, you know, because I fight with this conversation because I was that kid. But through my upbringing, I stood in the paint and was a father to my kids as soon as I found, you know what I'm saying? And I told them, I'm like, hey, I ain't ready for this. Especially remember my 21-year-old. I was like, hey, I ain't ready. I don't want that, you know what I'm saying? If you're asking, because she asked me my opinion, I was like, you know, I'm not ready for that. She didn't care. She had it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's 22 now, and she's a blessing. But, you know, I stood in the paint with it. But then I think about it. I'm like, well, damn. She kind of like forced me to be a father. I mean, it's almost, in my opinion, it's almost like financial grape. Like, no, you're going to do this. You're going to be a father. I'm going to get some money out of you. And that's what it's going to be. And you don't have a say-so. But women say it's their body, their choice.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I fight with that all the time. But, bros, hey, man, if you lay down with the woman and you had that good night and the child comes of it, stay in the paint with your kid, man. Because at the end of the day, these kids they ain't asked to be here. The kid ain't got nothing to do with what their mama's bullshit got going on. So, you know, and a lot of times it take a man a minute to just deprogram from the fact that I can't stand this bitch, but this beautiful child has come of it. And that's what I had to do. I had to reprogram my mind like, hey, man, it ain't got nothing to do with that girl. It got all to do with this child, because this child, you know, loves me unconditionally. So, got to stand in the paint, man.
I understand, man. I've been there. Like, I'm a product of that situation where, you know, like with both of my parents, where, you know, my mom was like, oh, like, I'm going to get you back by not letting you see a child because of what you said, this and the third. And, you know, unfortunately, I had to suffer for that, you know, but that's a whole nother story. I don't want to go too deep into it, you know. But I understand. I get it, man. And that's the reason why I just felt like, you know, I'm very careful as far as with type of chick that I lay down and have a child with and everything, because I don't want my kids going through what I did, and that's one of my biggest fears. You know what I mean? We gotta be, us as men, we have to be more careful with our seed, because once you put that seed in that woman, that is that woman's discretion what she does with your seed. You know what I'm saying? She can spit it out, she can keep it, she can make a kid, she can make your life a living hell with it. Once you give her the life juice, the juice is hers. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it's like, if you think about it, say it's a soda machine. You put $1 in the soda machine. Soda comes out. Is the soda usually the person that put the $1 in, or does the soda machine keep it? It's the person that put the $1 in. I put the $1 in, the soda came out. It's supposed to be my soda. In pregnancy, it's different with women. You put the $1 in, the soda come out, but it stay with the machine, and you gotta keep on paying the $1.
Right. That's a good way to put it.
Hey, man, nigga be thirsty as hell fucking with these hoes, man.
Yeah, I also learned too, man, like just from my experiences, like stop sitting over there trying to fuck with any chick that walk past by that look good, that got a pussy. Because I used to be that type of nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? That wanted to fuck any chick that walk past by. And I would do that all the time and everything. And then, you know, when I ended up dealing like with some messy women that was getting me into trouble and stuff, I had to slow down. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, especially like when it was women that was coming to me and all, like that was trying to mess with me, knowing that they had boyfriends or husbands. And I'm just like, well, damn, like y'all, some of y'all chicks are very bold. Y'all love talking about men are cheaters, but some of y'all women are cheaters too.
Man, statistics show that women cheat just as much as men do, and they actually cheat better because they don't normally get caught. You know what I mean? And that one thing I give advice, hey, bros, listen. Married women, just stay away from them. One, you got to understand what kind of diabolical woman that is to have a husband at the house that's protecting and providing for her, and for her to freely, randomly go out here and give her prized possession away to you and you bought that bitch some Waffle House in Henderson. So you already dealing with a low vibrational demon. Secondly, the fact that that's somebody's wife, bro, nigga ready to die about that pussy, bro.
Right, exactly.
I am not ready to die about that pussy. It's not my pussy to die about.
Man,
This man is ready to die about his pussy.
Man, what?
Well, hey, man, that's one thing. Hey, bros, I don't mess with no married women. Stay away, because it's just so many situations, man.
Listen, bro, I've been the cheater. I've been cheated on and everything. I've been the side piece, the side dude, the sneaky link. So I've been through like different sides of the field. You know, even when I had dealt with this one chick I went to school with and everything, we was over the fucking, and she tell me after the fact, after we was fucking, that she got a boyfriend. And it's like, well, bitch, why the fuck you got me over here? You know what I mean? It's like you talking about, oh, you was horny and everything, and you was trying to see who was around your city, who you could fuck real quick. But it's like, okay, still, why are you putting me in a messy and a dangerous situation? If I would have known that you had a boyfriend, I would have figured out how to go about it. But you putting me in a messy and a dangerous situation. Now I'm over there looking at you different because I didn't even think that you was that type of bitch.
For sure, for
you
sure.
know?
Which leads us, segues to a great situation. You have met trouble.
Well, I'm gonna rephrase that. Okay, so I opened up for trouble.
Right.
At a what was it? Around Christmas.
Right.
I had opened up for trouble and everything at a foundation where JD, my music exec that was working at Streets 94.5, he was doing a giving back event and everything to the less fortunate. And it was on the south side. And he told me to perform. I'm like, okay, cool. I wasn't even expecting to perform, to be honest.
Right.
You know, that just happened randomly. So I performed, and then all of a sudden, Lotto Savage, one of 21 Savage artists, he performed. And then Trouble had performed. But see, the thing is, I didn't see Trouble perform because I had left around 1 or 2. And I left because, well, no. I left around, I take it back. I left around 11 or 12 because one of my phones had died. And at the time, I didn't have a car, and I didn't want to depend on nobody to give me a ride. So I took an Uber. But I actually had saw Trouble one time at City Trends at West End. He was over to shopping and everything.
Dope.
And he was, with one of his artists. And, of course, the women saw, and they was all starstruck and everything, seeing Trouble. But it was around the time when he did that song with Carisha from the City Girls.
All right, shout out Trouble, man.
Shout out to School, man. R.I.P. School.
I don't live School. So, are you familiar with the situation, how Scoob lost his life?
Yes.
Scoob was...
Yeah, I heard the story.
He was at a female's house.
Yep.
That he was dealing with.
Yep.
And the female's boyfriend came home.
Yeah, I heard of that story. It was sad.
It's kind of interesting because we were just talking about that, like how to put a man. Who was at fault there? A female invites a dude over. They're doing what they're doing. They laid up in the bed. Mm-hmm. Her boyfriend comes home unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. Who's in the wrong?
She was in the wrong. I felt like she was in the wrong just because of the situation that I went through myself. You know.
Yep. And you feel that the female was wrong because of what?
I feel like the female was wrong because I felt like she should have been more transparent with Trouble.
Right.
So that way, like, he wouldn't have been caught up in that situation. And I guess, I don't know, I guess Trouble didn't think nothing was going to happen, but unfortunately it did. And it was a fortunate situation because those two were still, like, old girl and the boyfriend or the ex was still, I guess, dealing with each other, or the dude still acted like, he had a hold on old girl,
Yeah, I am very, 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 very cautious when it comes to going to a woman's house.
Me too.
Because she may think she's single, or she may say she's single, but there may be somebody else out there that doesn't believe the same things. Mm-hmm. And so, every time a girl be like, yeah, just pull up over here, I'm like, baby.
Man, you sure you ain't got nobody over there? You ain't messing with nobody? Shit. Let me know, because I ain't trying to get caught up in no bullshit.
Right. And so when I think about the situation with Trouble, I just wish bro would have just went ahead and just paid that little $125 and, you know,
got in and got out.
Yeah,
got the fuck out of there.
tighten up at the hotel room or something. You know what I mean? Like, if we gonna go play and we gonna do some dirt, man, let's just do dirt in a situation or a place where we ain't gotta worry about getting our heads blown off. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of times the logical end is only gonna be from the man's perspective. So it's on the man to kind of be logical enough to say, hey, baby, I'm not pulling up over there because, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know what you got going on. You know what I mean?
And if y'all do go to a hotel, make sure your location is off on your phone, too.
On God. Long live Trouble, man. And I got to be real about it because I know the young lady, too. I know her. I know her personally. Like, I know her. I've known her for years.
Oh, sure.
And I know of the other individual, her boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? So I knew, I want to say that she met Trouble at my birthday party years back, but here nor there, ladies, just because you single don't mean that nigga single. If you know that you got a crazy nigga or you know that you got somebody that at any point in time could come back into your situation or bust up or pop up at your house, don't put these gentlemen in harm's way.
Right.
Because it's going to fall back on your ass, and you're going to be looking crazy, and people going to be looking for you at the end of the day. You got to take accountability for that. So,
yeah, nah, most definitely, man. Because I even was telling old girl what I was telling you a minute ago. It was just like, what if your boyfriend sit up there and go through that door? I'm not finna sit up there and go to jail for nobody, bitch. Are you crazy?
For sure. We're not taking penitentiary chance for somebody else's cat.
Facts.
Let's move forward. You had the opportunity to work with Chris Brown. He said, how was that situation?
Okay, so here's what happened, bro. Basically, a friend of mine was a friend of mine. She's best friends with one of Chris Brown's producers and writers, right? And so basically, I didn't. It was unexpected, right? And so all I did was I had this song called Losses and Gains. I was basically just showing it around to people to see what they think because I was trying to reinvent myself or rebuild myself. Okay. And I was also working on doing a music video for it. So then a friend of mine, was over there telling me, a female friend of mine was over there telling me like, yo, I got a surprise for you. And I was like, okay, all right. So she told me the next day, she said, yo, Chris Brown want to buy my record. I'm like, man, stop lying. Stop playing. For real? Wow. I was like, for real? Okay. And so I'm happy and I'm excited and everything. So I'm like, okay, so what exactly happened? Like, what happened with that situation? I'm curious to know. So then she came at me and she said, don't worry about it. I'm like, what you mean don't worry about it? It's my record. What the fuck you mean, you know? Yeah. So then, and so I kept asking and she kept getting all defensive about it. And I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, then I'm not going to sell the record because it's like, for one, you telling me that your friend that's a producer, he's a Grammy-winning producer and writer, he wrote some of Chris Brown's songs on his Graffiti and Fame album. Okay, cool. My thing is like, I'm over there finding out when that happened and everything, and this was a problem for the past few months. And my thing is just like, okay, it's like he said to you to not tell me and everything about what's going on. My thing is, I'm like, nah, fuck that, okay? That's my song. I have every right to know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? It's like, for one, I don't know your friend, you know? I don't know your friend, and I don't know what kind of shit y'all are sitting over there trying to do behind my back. But if y'all are over there trying to exclude me from that situation, now I'm feeling the way, and now I'm getting upset because I don't know what kind of shit y'all gonna do behind my back. Because again, I don't know your people. I know you, but I don't know your people. You know. Right. And so basically, man, just when that happened and everything as far as that issue, and when I was taking it upon myself, I was like, yo, let me talk to your friend and everything. Put him on the phone. It's like, I'm not on no Hollywood shit. I'm not on no groupie shit. I'm not, on that shit, as far as what's going on. I just want to simply know. I was like, look, how much am I going to get paid as far as the publishing? Right.
Right.
What percentage am I going to get with publishing? How much am I going to get with the copyrights and everything? And then with all the other stuff just behind the scenes and everything, as far as like my share of the song. That's all I want to know. And then I also want to know, do I sign paperwork with your friend, with his production company, or with Chris Brown's production company, or with Chris Brown's label? That's all I want to simply know. And after that, we can move forward. And now it's like, okay, let's sign some shit. I get my money, and then cool. I just want to simply do it like that. But I guess, old dude was thinking just because I'm a new up-and-comer and everything, and I'm coming from the hood, you thinking that like, oh, I'm going to sit up there and just be desperate and just settle for anything. No, I'm not one of them niggas. I'm not doing that.
There it is.
And
so it wasn't directly Chris Brown's fault. It was the people.
The people in his circle.
There it is.
Yeah. So
that's a dirty game.
Yeah. And so finally, and here's a funny thing, man. When I talked about it in one of my interviews last year, my friend saw it, and she was all in her feelings, and she felt the way. I'm just like, look, I have every right to speak my truth. I have every right to tell my side of the story as far as how I felt from my experience. You know what I mean? So she finally told me, it's just like, look, you were just going to get paid like $100,000 or $150,000 or whatever, and that was it. You wasn't going to get no royalties or publishing or residuals and none of that, or copyright percentages and none of that. It was going to be that, and you was going to like have doors open for you to songwrite for other artists.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, you should have just said that. Just say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I said, like, fuck what your friends say. No disrespect to your friend, but fuck what your friends say. It's like me and you are friends. You know what I mean? You could have had this told me that, and we could have kept that between each other. You know what I mean? And so, so that's basically like how that went down. It was just like, I just refuse to just be one of those type of people to where I'm not going to fall victim to nobody trying to take advantage of me or fuck me over.
Facts. No, I agree. Now,
like, we're not going to do business the right way, then we're not going to do
business at all, for sure. This is a lot of people don't understand how predatory this game could be. I mean, a lot of artists' next hit is somebody's last one. And they just, and they acquire it the wrong way. Hey, man, we got the sauce, man. We goddamn buy the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you the sauce. But buy the sauce. These folks be trying to run off with the sauce, and they ain't hit the cash register.
Right.
You had an opportunity to work with another legend, R.Kelly.
I worked with R.Kelly's ex-manager and publicist. So
tell me about that situation and how that went.
Okay, so basically, a friend of mine named Big Gooch, like I said, shout out to him. He was doing a thing where he introduced me to R. Kelly's manager and publicist named Daryl Johnson. Mind you, I didn't even know that he was working with R. Kelly at the time. Gooch was working at the airport at the time, and he was coming across people in the industry all the time. So it was normal for him. So he got connected with him. He was telling him about me. We met at a hotel in Buckhead, and we was having a meeting and stuff, right?
So wait a minute, hold on. You met at a hotel in Buckhead with R. Kelly's
manager and publicist.
Manager and publicist.
Yes.
And this is a female or a male?
A male.
Okay, go ahead.
Daryl Johnson.
Got you.
Yeah. So I met him and I met his wife and all. I told him I'm doing music and I'm doing like acting and stuff. He wanted me to sing right there on the spot, but mind you, I was sick and my voice was very raspy, and knowing with me, I'm a perfectionist. If I can't sing and give my all, then I'm not going to do it at all because I don't want to embarrass myself, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so, long story short, we got connected, we got, each other's contact, and we were supposed to go to the studio the next week, but I told him at that time I had a job interview and I was getting a new job at the time, so I had to get that situated, and then after that we could go to the studio, but unfortunately we didn't go to the studio. Now, fast forward, right, I don't want to go on and on about it, but fast forward, things was going okay, but then after a while, Daryl was just over there just on some funny acting shit and everything, right? And and so me and Goose was trying to figure out why he was over there acting funny or what was going on. And so then he ended up losing contact with Daryl. And so then I found out like a year later, I'm seeing Daryl like on ABC. I'm seeing him on TMZ, all these major big platforms and everything. And when I see that, I'm calling Gucci. I'm like, yo, this nigga Daryl Johnson, like he on these platforms, and I'm seeing that he's representing for R.Kelly. Oh shit, you know. So that's what was going on, right? And so then another year later, I was working in Alpharetta, and then I ended up working at Arbor Place, Lenox Mall. I was working at Fendi and Louis Vuitton. I see Daryl Johnson, and this dude had cut his dreads off. He used to have dreads, right? But he was with his personal assistant. So he saw me, we talking and everything. Matter of fact, he came up there twice. And so we chopped it up and everything. We talking, we got each other's numbers and stuff. So we talking and everything. And I was like, yo, I told him what I'm doing with my music. I like, you know, can you manage me? Like, I'm trying to get some shit popping. So, you know, I showed him my photo shoots and everything. And I was trying to show him my music. And so we was talking. He was giving me some advice. And then, like, when he was when I was still trying to talk about some other stuff, he got off the phone. And I'm like, well, damn, bro, like, why you do that? Why is you being rude? Like, what's the problem? And so he said he had to get on the phone or whatever. I was like, what about, you know, me, you know, trying to manage me? So he said he'll get back at me with, like, when he got some time or when he listen to my music. I'm like, okay, all right, cool, whatever. So I was angry. I was upset about it, man. And again, me and Gooch don't understand why is this nigga acting funny. We don't understand. So then come to find out, right, I see that there's a bunch of victims on Tasha K's platform. Yeah, the chick who got sued by Cardi B for $4 million,
right?
And she got sued by Kevin Hart,
right?
And she got sued by motherfucking
Tasha K always getting sued.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
you
Tasha
know,
K always gets sued.
So you know what I mean. So I'm seeing that these victims was on her platform telling a story about Daryl Johnson. So come to find out, this dude is a whole fucking scam artist, bro.
Wow.
This dude was over there scamming people in Atlanta and Houston, Texas. And then it got to the point for over $1 million. And then it got to the point to where one of the people had committed suicide, right? And how do I knew that other information is because this lady named Cola Lewis, shout out to her, she was one of the victims that got scammed for out of $30,000, right? Wow. And so she reached out to me because I had reached out to Tasha K because I wanted to tell my story on her platform. I went up under her post and everything, and so she responded through DM, and we talking. She's like, hit up my people with such and such. Hit up one of my people that's on my team so we can get that interview squared away. We can get it situated. And I was reaching out to one of her people, and we was talking, but unfortunately, they didn't follow through with that interview. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But one of the victims saw it, and they had reached out to me, and she was telling me what was going on. And so she was like, oh, like, have you seen him anywhere? Have you seen him here? You seen him there? And, you know, mind you, it's just like, hey, I mean, I understand you're trying to tell your story, but I'm not trying to, you know, get in that stuff that you and him got going on, because I got my own situation going on with him. But like I said, she was over there trying to hunt him down and everything, trying to get her money back from what he scammed her out of and stuff. And then there was another person that scammed him, that got scammed for $40,000, and this dude was over there on the run trying to kill this dude, you know, for scamming him, because it's like, bro, you can't be sitting over there trying to play with people's money and stuff.
For sure.
When you play with people's money like that, you can get hurt and get killed. You can't be playing with people like that. But so he was basically like preying on people and everything, trying to get over people and fuck people over out their money. And then the dude that was trying to kill him, dude going to sit up there and act like a narcissist and trying to gaslight and try to make it seem like, oh, dude was in the wrong, and that wasn't the case. So like I said, though, man, that's what happened. But Daryl Johnson did get locked up, but he got out on bail, but he still has other charges pending on him. So, you know, shout out to Cola Lewis and all the victims and all. Hope they get justice. I hope they get locked up. I hope Daryl get locked up for what he's doing. But I'm saying that to say, bro, that was a blessing in disguise for me. It didn't work out. It didn't work out for a reason. That was, you know, thank God, it was a blessing in disguise.
Man, oh man.
He was like, I'm tell you something, man. The dude, okay, when everybody saw that interview where R.Kelly was doing that, R.Kelly was doing an interview with Gayle King when he said, I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah.
And so when R. Kelly stood up, and then the dude with the green suit who had the bun in the back, that's Daryl Johnson. That's a dude who was over there trying to calm him down. That was his manager and publicist.
Right.
Because he was supposed to be my manager, but that's the dude who I'm talking about.
Do you think that R. Kelly knew about these things that Daryl was doing?
That's a good question. That's a good question. That I'm not sure, but like I said, I know with Daryl, man, I'm pretty sure he was over there scamming R. Kelly out his money, but he got a lot of media attention though.
So this guy would basically offer people services or things or whatever, and
That
they would
wasn't
never
legitimate.
Wow. And probably was using R. Kelly's name to kind of make him look legitimate.
Facts.
Yeah, that's scam 101 right there. Now, we've talked about a lot of things that have went wrong. Name some times where things went right.
But my music or just in general?
Went right.
Okay. Let me see. Things that went right when I was in that movie with rapper Boosie with the Water Boys.
Shouts out Boosie, man.
Yeah, man. I originally was supposed to be playing like a dad actor and everything, but because of the fact that I was over there going through like a lot of personal shit, I wasn't able to go on set and everything. But it just so happened, man, when Tone to go, shout out to him because he was a director. I was on set and everything, just being there to support and being a background actor. And long story short, one of the actors was cared more about like their friend coming on set and them going over there to see what's going on. So like Tone was saying, like, okay, well, if you do that, then you're not gonna be able to come on set and everything and do your role. So old dude, whoever he was, left anyway. So I ended up being a replacement. So that's how I ended up being in the movie.
That's hard right there.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta be at the right place at the right time.
The right time.
Yeah, just be available.
Yeah. And then another good thing, man, was it's like the first 3 people in the industry that I work with and everything, when I was over there doing a thing to where I had to reinvent myself, and when I had to, reevaluate myself when I was going through a lot of shit, and behind the scenes. And then when I came back, trying to like get things done or do a better job, Tiffany Evans, you know what I mean? Like, she was the first person to reach out to me and wanted to collab and work with me. Then I worked with Pete Dices in the Remy Boys group with Fetty Wap.
Yep.
And then Tone the GOAT. Those are the first 3.
Shouts out Tone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like that was a pivot moment in my life, man, because I never thought that was gonna ever happen. And then I was also happy that I was able to work with Chaotic from Love and Hip Hop Miami and Atlanta.
That's my brother, man.
I did a song with him that happened to be on my Amazing Zay album, man. I took.
Oh, so you got a record with Chaotic?
Yep.
That's hard. Shouts out Chaotic, man.
Yep.
I was recently. He had a new show on Now That's TV called Chaotic Court.
Yeah. I saw it, yeah. That dude a fool, man. That dude funny as hell.
I was in there, man. The girl was sitting on my lap.
Oh.
Then one girl walked in and said, "Where that bitch at that called the police on me?" And the girl that was sitting on my lap said, "I'm right here, ho." And the girl that came and walked in the courtroom, her name was Hood Baby. Hood Baby walked towards her, and I seen the girl sitting on my lap. Her name was Heaven. I seen her grab her drink. I'm like, oh, shit, it about to go down. I'm looking. I'm confused as hell. Goddamn Heaven threw that goddamn drink at that bitch. Then Shawty came in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I said, baby, go on, defend yourself. Man, they got her. Them hoes was thumping, boy.
Right.
Now, I got them. The show might have been scripted, but the fight won't.
Right.
The fight won't, boy. I'm talking about they were getting to it, boy.
Yeah, I'm trying. I would love to get on Now That's TV, man. Like, and shit, they getting paid over there. That and
you got to be ready to fight, boy, because I'm talking about that's part of the game right there, boy. You got to fight over there, goddamn. And I tell any girl, like, hey, baby, you can go do reality if you want to. You going to have to fight.
Have to fight. Fight your way to the top, goddamn it.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years going with your music and your acting career?
Well, shit, man. Where I see myself 5 years, I see myself being an icon, being a mogul. I see myself being a person that, people could look up to, or people that can see like they can get inspiration from. And I want to do bigger films. I've been doing independent films for years, so I want to take it to another level by like doing bigger films and like winning Oscars and you know what I mean, and Tony Awards and you know what I mean, Emmys and shit like that. I wanna be the biggest artist out there coming out of Atlanta, man. There's always like stars coming out of Atlanta left and right, so it's never gonna stop. But I just want to be one of those artists that would want to do that, man. And like I said, all I need is just that cosign, man. I just need that support from the people in the industry, like they fuck with my music, man, because I've been doing this for a long time, and that's all I need is just that people just give me a chance and let me show what I got. I want to be a great voiceover actor and everything. I want to be a great model and everything. I'm a big guy, but like I said, I've been
having that shit on.
I've been practicing like my modeling skills when I take photo shoots, So, you know what I mean? It's like, I want to be a family man, you know what I mean? So like I said, it's just like, it's a lot of things that I see myself doing in the next 5 years.
Now, I got a show, you might have seen it before. It's called Trigger Alert. And on this show, we talk to women about different various topics concerning modern dating. What do you think what is your biggest pet peeve with the modern women in modern times with modern dating?
What you mean as far as like modern women, like
women of today? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the women of yesterday are a little slightly different than the women of today. These girls that are out here today, because you outside, you know what I'm saying? I don't see no ring on your finger.
Right.
What are some pet peeves of dating women in 2024?
My pet peeves is like turnoffs.
Yeah.
Like my turnoff is, man, it's just like when it comes to women, it's like don't sit up there trying to be so quick to call a man broke when your ass is broke yourself.
Hey.
You know what I mean? It's just like, my thing is, it's just like if I'm over here doing what I can and everything to make you happy, to please you, if we're together, if I'm helping you pay your rent or pay your bills or something, I'm taking you shopping, or if I'm not able to get you certain things, or if I don't want to get you certain things and that's my choice, and you want to sit up there and be quick to call somebody broke, my thing is like, for one, I'm not broke. I just choose not to spend my money on you like that no more, especially when I see you for who you really are. Two, I pick and choose what I want to spend my money on. 3, I'd rather spend my money wisely. And 4, I'm not going to sit up there and let you suck me dry out of my money and then go to the next nigga to think who you could trick off and suck their money dry and stuff. That's the shit that I don't like. It's like, my thing is, before you start calling somebody broke, like trying to go through my pockets, well, what are your pockets looking like? You want to sit up there and talk about what is it that you can bring to the table? What is it that you can bring to the table? You know what I mean? It's like, shit, I am the motherfucking table and all. It's like, what is it that you can bring that I can't bring? What is it that you have that I can't get for myself? You know what I mean? I just feel like these women really need to, stop sitting over there trying to be so quick to call somebody broke. My thing is, if you can't, if the dude that you're dealing with is not doing like the basic things, it's like if y'all going out to eat, if he's not paying for the bill, if he's not paying for the tab like a man is supposed to, if he's not paying for the tab, even if y'all going half for half, I'd rather like just pay for the tab because I feel like that's what a man is supposed to do. If he's not paying for the tab, then okay, you have every right to say something about that. If he's not over there holding the door for you and everything, if he's not, trying to like pay for little things like help you put gas in your car, or help pay for your food, or help you pay little bills like your little, phone bill, or maybe your gas bill or some shit like that, like just little things like that. My thing is, if he's not doing that, okay, I understand, but you getting mad because you're making it a habit of having him pay for all of these things. My thing is, are you looking for a boyfriend, or are you looking for a sugar daddy?
Come on.
You looking for a boyfriend, you looking for a sugar daddy, you looking for somebody who can spend money on you and stuff. Like, you have to you have to be upfront about what it is. Because if I'm seeing what you do as far as your actions, with you over there just wanting somebody to spend money on you, and the dude like you and want to be with you, and that really was not your true intention, then I have a problem with that.
Yeah, it is, baby. I think.
What you think about that?
I think the amount of transactional dating in today's climate is astounding. I mean, it's pretty much light prostitution, where a woman will automatically think because a man is showing her interest, and y'all are dating, that the dick goes in, the money comes out. The dick goes in, the money comes out. Well, quite frankly, if it was transactional, a man wouldn't have to put his time. He wouldn't have to put his energy. He wouldn't have to send you good morning text messages. He damn sure wouldn't have to take you out on dates and make you feel special. If that was the case, you just take this little $100 and goddamn go about your way, your wet ass and get on.
Fact.
And so I think that a lot of women want the tradition. They want the man to act traditional, but they still want to be transactional. Well, baby, I done took you out on 3 or 4 dates. We done said I done did the good morning text messages. I done FaceTime with your ass for 30 days. I mean, 30 minutes at a time. God damn it. Yeah, you're not getting 500 out of me.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just like at the end of the day, like we just got to be open and honest. Like, baby, if you a hoe, be a paid hoe, be a good hoe, and be a hoe from the get-go. Don't sit here and try to deceive me and have me thinking that you're a wife when you really a hoe. And I ain't got no problem with you being a hoe. I know how to treat a hoe. I know how to treat a wife. But don't deceive me of what you are. I can respect an honest hoe.
Don't try to put on an act.
Yeah, man.
Facts. That's exactly. Just be straight up about who you are. I respect that. Then you over there trying to claim that you looking to try to date somebody and everything, and that's not really the case, because a lot of these women be like that, man. And I be hating that shit. Don't sit up there trying to put out false advertisements.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's just that's what I'm saying though, bro. Like, like if you know you got a good man, sweetheart, like I'm looking in the cameras. If you know you got a good man, please treat your man right and everything. If your man is not cheating, he's not doing all of these things, please treat your man right. If you just looking for somebody that you could spend money on, then just say that, If that you want to do that, just you can have to spend money on you, a trick off you and everything. You looking for a trick, then just say that. But I'm not that nigga. I'm not nobody's trick.
Fact. Hey, Bizz, put this camera on me. I got to say something. Put that camera on me right there. Yeah, put that one on me right there. Let me tell you little bitches something. Let me tell y'all something. Mike done got me in here and I'm ready to get triggered. Baby, this gonna go one or two ways. Either we gonna build and grow and try to make something real, or I'm gonna give you a little cheese and you gonna go about your way. Either it's pay to play, you can get it on the front end or the back end. Now on the back end, you get the family, you get protection, you get provision, you get an empire. On the front end, you get exactly what the hell you negotiated. So if you negotiated $50 and some Waffle House, then bitch, that's what it is. If that's what you wanted. Because a lot of times women jump over dollars trying to pick up pennies because them bitches shining. Well, ha-ha, bitch. $1 worth more than a penny. And then get mad at a nigga when he don't want a motherfucking cup. Baby, you have already let me know what kind of operation you're running. And it's not for the long haul. It's for the short haul. So take these little $100, wet that ass up, and catch the Uber home. And that's how I feel.
Exactly. She over there talking about wanting to do shopping and everything. She talking about what she want to shop about. I'm like, okay, let me know what you want. Don't sit up there and be like, oh, we go shopping, and then you switch up and you talking about, oh, you want all this other shit, because now you pissing me off. It's like now it just like what they say, you give a person an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah, false advertising. Be y'all, baby. Be y'all, man. Nigga might want to tap into that little bullshit.
Let's talk about Dolph.
Yeah, man. Dolph's trial has just started. They came to a quick verdict on one of the people that was indicted, as far as he got immediate life.
Thank God for justice, man. Thank God for Dolph and his family getting justice.
Talk to me about the impact of Young Dolph.
Man, Dolph, man, like that dude right there. He You know, like the type of music that he was putting out, I felt like he was putting out not just trap music, but he was putting out motivational music. You know, the type of music that'll have you go out and get it and make you, you know what I mean, like make you want to boss up and do shit on your own and everything. You know, shit. I actually met Dolph one time when I used to work at Louis Vuitton as security. And I saw him. I'm 6'4", and the nigga's 6'6". I'm like, damn, that nigga tall as fuck. He should have played basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did a thing where I was helping him and another person, like help him buy a jacket. He had like that dark gray jacket that looked like a bathrobe and stuff. And so so he was asking me which one, like, do I think look hard and still look better on him? So it was like a light gray bubble jacket that was on the mannequin.
Yeah.
And that jacket that was a dark gray one that looked like a bathrobe. I told him pick that one out. I think that'll look better on you and stuff. And then one of my friends was like, man, why are you speaking about that? Did you get paid for him? I'm like, man, fuck the money. I ain't give a fuck about the money. The simple fact that he sat up there and he was over there, wanted my opinion and everything and wanted my help, shit. Like, I was happy about that. You know, I wanted to take a picture with him so bad, man, but where I was working at, it was like, oh, if you take a picture with any people in the industry, you get into trouble, you might get fired. So I was about to risk it all, man. I was about to risk it, man. But yeah, though, like, but shout out to Dolph, man. I was happy in the fact that, like, that was my first time and my last time even seeing him. I saw his other artists. I saw Key Glock. I saw Paper Route, Jay Fizzle. Shout out to them too.
Then they got about like 10 kids.
They had 20-something kids. Jay Fizzle, yeah. I like, damn, nigga, when you gonna start? You know, the child support don't play now.
I'm trying to tell you.
And then I came across this other artist named Corey 2 times. That was one of his artists too. And I met him at this hotel where I used to work at. And he asked me if I could take some pictures of his phone because he was trying to do his little modeling thing. And how that conversation came about was he was wearing like some green Balenciagas, like, and I asked him, I said, bro, like, does those shoes hurt your feet? They look like them big ass moon shoes, you know what I mean? You know, so we was talking about it. So, like, you know, I took some pictures of his phone and stuff he wanted me to do. So I told him, like, shit, I'm an artist, man. I had to listen to my music, and I did that because I actually wanted to sign with Dolph. I wanted to sign with Dolph. I wanted to be part of Paper Route Empire and everything. And so, like I said, ain't nothing came from that and everything. But, you know, he's listening to my music and everything. So, like, shit, I appreciated that, man.
Well, I know a little, too, about Dolph. I actually had that chance and opportunity to work with him. We did some music together.
Okay.
Got a record with him, music video, while I was signed with A-Ball and MJG. And one thing I can say about Young Dolph is he was one of the most genuine, real ones in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he there was no little people with him. Right. Everybody a big dog. He treated everybody with love and respect. Right. And it's just a shame that, you know, people wanted to take him out because of the amount of love that he gave and the amount of love that he received. Right. The fact they killed Dolph because Dolph was loved and revered and respected. Facts. And that just really sucks. And, you know, people gonna get what's gonna come to them. And it looked like it's either gonna be street justice or court justice. Well,
it happened with both.
They sliding for Dolph.
Yeah.
Big time, man.
Yeah, it really had hurt me, man. Like when I found out he died, because we was shot before. You know, I cried and I was devastated, but I was also angry at him because I felt like he should have moved different. Because I know if that shit had happened to me, you know what I mean? Like, I would have been having security with me 24/7. And I'm saying that, bro, because I remember two of the interviews that he did. He did one with Nori, and he did one at the Breakfast Club. Because I remember Nori was saying something like, you know, people like, you know, being your own city be the ones that hate you the most or whatever.
Facts.
And so that's when Dolph was like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. And it's like, and I was saying to myself, Dolph, that, I mean, that's what you say, but it's like he's saying that to you because you need to move smart, man. You need to move better. And even when he was on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne and them, he was like, man, like after he got shot and that situation happened where he almost died, it's like, man, I'm going to sit up there and I'm going to do this. I ain't ducking, I ain't hiding. I'm doing the same thing, do this and that. I don't give a damn. And then what's his name? The light-skinned dude from Breakfast Club.
DJ Envy.
DJ Envy. Yeah, DJ Envy was like, well, you got to give a damn at some point in time because you almost lost your life. You know what I mean? And that's what really made me mad with Dolph. I just felt like he was being nonchalant, wasn't taking it serious, and that's what really hurt me. It's like, Dolph, come on, bruh.
Man, before we get out of here, dog, you got an amazing story.
Thank
It's
you,
almost
man.
like a modern day Forrest Gump, where you find yourself in these amazing situations with these amazing people, and and just monumental moments with monumental people. And I think it's dope to see your perspective of the fly on the wall in the room. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you find a way to get in that room and to make a moment in that room, and it's just a matter of time before that room opens its doors for you, because you've been in it for a while.
Right.
And it's just a matter of time for you to be in the right room at the right time in the right place, and things happen for you. Before we get out of here, man, let these folks know what they can expect from you. Let these folks know where to follow you at and everything else.
Shit, man. Follow me on Instagram, Michael I-zayah, MICHAEL _I-zayah89. Follow me on Twitter, MICHAEL _ZAY89. Check me out, follow me on Facebook, same thing, Michael I-zayah. Follow me on YouTube, SoundCloud, LinkedIn, all of that. You know what I mean? Check me out. I got some new music coming out. I'm doing a country song called Wheels Fall Off featuring the legendary producer Casey the Beat Monster.
Shouts out, Casey.
Yeah, he did. My partner then with Rich Kids. And work with TK Kravitz and a whole bunch of people, man. But like I said, that's his first country record. It's my first country record. And I'm going to do my music video to that. So, I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean?
Dope.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Montel Jordan. That's my cousin in real life. He's my blood cousin.
That's hard.
And I found out on Ancestry DNA.
This is how we do
it. Yeah, man. He's my cousin. And then Donnie Gerard, that was in the 70s R&B group. There's known for the song Wildflower. He's my cousin too. So yeah, I got like I said, the music is in my bloodline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then dude from Reading Rainbow and Kuta Kinte, he my cousin too.
Wow, boy. I go to your family reunion.
I know, right?
Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming by, brother. I wish you the best.
Man.
And thank you for coming and tell your story, brother. Definitely a dope one. This has been the Ugly Money Podcast. Remember, the bigger the dream, the bigger the risk, the bigger the payoff. You can follow me at uglymoneyniche. That's uglymoneyniche. Michael I-zayah, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.